What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. No, please stop. Stop it. Guys, you're too kind. Thank you so much for the warm, uproarious welcome. Nicki, how are you?
I'm doing pretty swell. There's been quite a few changes.
Just one or two? Just one or two changes?
Yeah.
Minor changes?
I can only count up to 2.
There's definitely been no major changes to our layout, our studio, our how we do everything. But you know, this is what it is. We wanted to go live. You know, we made a lot of big changes, so we just wanted to hang out with you guys. We had a lot of stuff planned. We were gonna make this more of like a formal, like kind of podcast episode type of thing. But then we're just like, no, let's just do a hangout. Let's just hang out with everybody. Do just kind of a just chatting stream and kind of go over everything.
I think that sounds fun because, like you said, there's a lot that we could potentially talk about, and maybe people have questions about stuff that we would otherwise cover. I mean, we're total open books about that, but I think it's just, let's make it kind of like a vibe night.
What would be the title of your book if you're an open book?
Oh God, a scrambled egg.
Interesting. That's a good title.
Because 1, it goes well with my handles, and 2, I'm very all over the place.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, what about yours? You have to tell me now.
That's a great question. Probably Stay Versed. The Trials and Tribulations of a Boy Genius.
Oh, so you're Jimmy Neutron now.
No, I just keep remembering that one quote from Psych. That Mr. Yang described Sean Spencer as
a
thick tufted boy genius that skates through life on polished blades of snarky excellence.
So fun fact, because I think that was your first Twitter bio when I first met you.
Yes, it was.
And I didn't get the reference, so I thought you were dead serious about that. And I was like, you're pretentious as hell.
That's one of those quotes that stuck with me and will stay with me. I will be able to quote that for the rest of my life.
But that's the thing. Do you think you are Sean Spencer?
Yeah, I think that me and Sean Spencer have a lot in common. That is a character that I immediately latched onto when I first watched Psych. And that was my favorite show for its entire runtime. And probably still to this day, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Fair enough.
But what's up, guys? We see so many of you in the chat, and we're so happy to be spending tonight with you guys. I see Mason, Andrew, Johnny, Music Guy, Fraggle Rock, JL, Iron America. What's up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the compliments on the studio. A lot of work went into it. Definitely a lot of work. A lot of was definitely years in the making, years of planning.
Yeah, because this is something I know you wanted to do for an extremely long time. And you're always full of ideas, but execution is always harder.
Yeah, it's hard. There's always things that get in the way. Life always gets in the way. You know, there's that old adage, man plans, God laughs. You know, every time we try and do something happens, or we're too busy, or we need to hold off. And finally, I just took the leap. I was just like, no more stalling, no more excuses. Let's just get it done. And I locked into things that needed this to happen, and that way I could not escape the like doing it. I was like, no, it's sink or swim. So now let's get it done, and we got it done, and I'm very happy.
I mean, I think you definitely should be happy. Because guys, I mean, credit to Monty, is a lot of this was his brainchild, because he's the one that owns 98% of the collectibles you've ever seen in this room before. But he had some great ideas of what to do with it, and he's the one that put those plans into action, arranging everything, cleaning everything up. I helped here and there, but honestly, he deserves the bulk of the credit.
Yeah, that Ziggy suit is animatronic. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. It will come to life when we're not paying attention, but you guys got to shine the flashlight on him to make him stop.
That's creepy.
Very creepy.
But that is insane, because I actually didn't know at first like what we were gonna do or have that, and now it's there. I love how it's just a staple now.
I always wanted it in the studio. I always wanted to have it in the studio because I always wanted to share it with you guys. Even though Ziggy's my favorite Ranger, and the suit means a great deal to me, to have a piece of a franchise that means so much to the both of us is very humbling and very, it's a big honor to do that. But it would be very selfish of me to kind of just put it, we had it in our entertainment room for a while, but I knew that was only temporary. Because I wanted it to be on full display, and I wanted to share it with all of you guys, all of the people that helped us get to this point, that helped us to do these fun, amazing things, that helped us go to Toy Fair and look at the new Power Ranger toys and just be a part of the Power Ranger community. So no, I always needed to put that thing up.
And it looks quite fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really cool. The green on green actually works really well.
It does. Like, I'm actually shocked because that was on a freaking stand that the mannequin came with.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that it's standing and positioned so well.
Why wouldn't it stand? It's got boots on.
I don't know. I'm paranoid. Because at first you were also nervous about the mannequin.
I just didn't know anything about mannequins. It was my first time buying, as most people do when they first buy a mannequin, a single mannequin. I did not know anything about mannequins, so I was worried about the whole, like, how do mannequins come in sizes? Do they come in different shapes?
That's a good question.
Do I want one that moves? Then I realized that ones that move are insanely expensive, and I was like, nope, I'll take the one that doesn't move.
Nice. I mean, hey, it worked out. Now you know about mannequins and you have a Power Ranger suit.
Yes, I do. I definitely, well, that's part of what I think makes me a really interesting person. I learn a lot of things. Like, I always pick things up very quickly. So yeah, I learned about mannequins, which was weird, wild experience, man.
Oh, also, I want to say we got our very first super chat of the night. Which, guys, first of all, yeah, if you guys like have any comments you want to make, you want us to read anything out loud, we'll like go through things. But if you want guarantee for us to read them out loud, definitely send us a super chat.
Do you want to read the name?
I love it. I do love it personally.
What is that icon? The Punish. Oh my God! It's a picture of one of our shorts.
It's the Punisher Return. Yeah, that's.
Oh my God! Who is this? I feel like I know.
It has to be someone you know.
Oh my God. Whatever. Either way, I love it. It's very flattering.
If you want to get technical, we probably technically know everyone that comments. I will read it. Excited.
Thank you for the super chat. Excessive Monty simp.
Submissive Monty simp.
Submissive. Oh my God.
The problem is that made me immediately think of Submissive and Breedable.
Yeah, by BB No Money, or as everyone calls him, BB Nos and the Smosh guys.
But anyway. Okay, excited for Zeo Turbo in space. Is Nicki excited?
Are you excited? You're Nicki.
I am Nicki. And I am honestly excited because I know we've said this a lot, but for anyone who doesn't know, as we go through the Power Ranger reactions, I am not beholding myself to never watching any other Power Rangers as we go through it because I don't want to miss out. With the exception of the Zordon era, because that's something that, because there's a continuous through line, because we hopefully will eventually get to all of it, that's the one I want to be the most blind on going into. And hopefully eventually we'll do everything else, but it'll hopefully be so long before we get to them that I'll just forget.
We're at the point where like I've stopped watching like video essays and like researching Power Rangers because I don't want to spoil the episodes for myself anymore. Yeah. I kind of like went into it like being the expert, but some of these episodes I completely don't remember, and not having done rewatches in years now because we've been doing these episodes. It's kind of like new to me, which is really fun. So yeah, we don't really want to. By the time we get to some of these seasons, I think it'll be fresh for both of us in a lot of ways.
Because that's what you've said about Zeo.
Yeah, Zeo is one that I haven't rewatched recently. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty fun and exciting experience.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. yeah, I guess
there has to be.
I guess the implication is that there is,
because you have to equate with the fact that there has to be multiple Monty Simps to begin with. So there has to be like the prevailing one.
In the if you think about it, in the entirety of the MontyVerse, there has to be one at least in MontyVerse theory.
Oh my God.
In quantum Monty mechanics.
But yeah, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, like go ahead and throw them in.
We'll be happy. Obviously, the super chats will take priority, but we're gonna try and answer as many as possible. And also, I saw this. Listen, JL, that's 100% okay. No one needs to super chat. Super chats are obviously appreciated, and it definitely helps to build the channel and helps us to do cool stuff like this and help buy new audio and lighting to make our videos look better. But just liking the video, just showing up, commenting, like any little piece of like support is more than enough, and we're very grateful for all of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. I've never heard of this.
I know this is the biggest thing is that I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this is. Obviously, we're both anime fans. We started
Hey,
discovering
Nestor.
tokusatsu. I think it's safe to say we haven't really explored other toku adjacent media that's not Japanese as much.
That's true. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude. Tomorrow, I can't wait. Can't even form sentences. I'm so excited for episode 8. Episode 8 is obviously the first episode of the new creative team.
Yeah.
A lot of people are expected to return. A lot of my favorite characters are expected to return next episode. So, brother, sister,
Oh,
pals,
God.
everyone, you got no idea. I'm ready.
Oh my God. I mean, I've heard that, and we'll get to it eventually. But like, that's gonna be part of our.
I feel like Lost Galaxy retrospectively has evened out. I think a lot of people are
Very high or
warm.
very low.
Yeah, I think people are rating it accurately now. I think it was underrated when I was younger, definitely, but I feel like people appreciate it now.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be one of those where I'm counting that because it's part of the through line that I'm trying to not watch.
It has connective tissue with the Zordon era.
This is a great question because there's
God.
so many answers.
Oh God, that's a great question.
Okay, I actually was thinking about this somewhat recently. The wedding is part of it. Tommy going back in time with his clone is one of them.
You want to know what's weird?
What?
That I was thinking of the Australia trilogy, the wedding, but I was thinking of the fact that the Rangers went to they went to Puritan Salem type past, but it's on the West Coast. And none of it made sense, and literally it was just filler episode. They got chased around by giant rats.
Yeah,
and Adam tried to riz up a pilgrim girl or something.
It was so weird.
It was wild.
It's weird.
That rotted my brain for real.
I know, and there's definitely ones we're missing, but those came to mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're moldy bars. Music guy, thank you so much.
Thank you, music guy. Appreciate it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. One day that would actually be insane. I would put it out. See, what I really wanted to do, and it's going to be constantly evolving from here on forward. Like I'm going to paint that wall eventually, and I'm going to redo the floor eventually, just restain it. But I wanted to get I wanted to build the case that Ziggy's suit is in RPM. Like, if you ever watch RPM, the suits are displayed in their command center in these very cool cases, and I wanted to do one for Ziggy's suit, and I probably still will eventually. But time is an enemy at this point.
And that'd be quite elaborate.
Yeah, but it would be so cool.
I have not.
Nikki has not. I have.
Yes, I also have not seen VR Troopers.
No, and I actually have not seen VR Troopers. I was not a VR Trooper guy. I was a big bad Beetleborg fan. I did love. I had the Beetle Bonders. I had both for regular Beetleborgs and metallics. I loved them.
I mean, that's good though. I mean, maybe at some point. Wait, there's too much to watch.
It's so fun. Beetleborgs is like a really fun show.
Yeah.
Because it does a lot of things differently. Like, they're kids. The Beetleborgs are comic book characters that come to life.
Okay.
It's really cool. It's very different from Power Rangers while still feeling very tokusatsu.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oof, spoilers, but you know what? Who cares? At this point, it's been a week.
I think that's all anyone talked about.
Yeah, and listen, I get it. I am a huge Daredevil fan, and Nicki can attest to the fact that I've reread every Daredevil issue from 1998 until present day in preparation for Born Again, because I love Daredevil so much and I love those comics so much. And Muse was one of my favorite villains in Daredevil lore. They kind of really dropped the ball on. That's probably the biggest sin of Daredevil Born Again. Like, I see why they did it, and it was very clearly an old creative team decision, because the Muse in episode 6 is very different than the Muse in episode 7, I feel like.
Because even if they had kind of the setup in episode 2, there was still a bit of disjointment with that.
You want to know what's crazy? If they cut out episode 7 and they would have just left the Muse stuff at episode 6
and leave it as a cliffhanger. Yeah,
it would have been fine. I would have been like, oh, we're gonna see him again next season.
Yeah, I mean, you can even argue that even if you didn't see him again, it's still not near. It doesn't undo as much as the next episode does.
Yeah, because Matt found him. He saved Angela. I think he accomplished something.
Yeah, I do feel like even with him running away, it felt conclusive enough.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, big disappointment.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's so awesome.
Oh man, that's great. See, I love to see that.
Yeah,
because
it's just fun seeing how people find us and what they like that we do.
Yeah, and I love Daredevil. So love to see that. Love to have you here, Nestor. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I have heard great things about the show, and everything I've seen of it looks good.
I heard it was good, and I really wanted to watch it. We're just so bogged down by things, and it's good problems to have because there's so much good TV. I haven't even watched Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man yet, which was something I've been dying to watch.
Yeah.
But there's just so much we're watching at the moment. But it's definitely on my radar, and I want to watch it. I like the time skip. I do like that they kind of are learning from their mistakes.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's fair, and I think it's fair to say we both loved Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
So no,
we loved the game. We both played the game.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun with it. We played it together.
It was amazing.
I feel like my team was better.
Whatever. It's not like we ever fought, so you can't say anything. There's so many.
There's so many.
What's crazy is I feel like I've watched more than you have, but you're like intensely passionate about the ones you love.
Yes, you have definitely watched a wider array of anime,
Mm-hmm.
but I have. I'm very passionate and loyal to the ones that I do watch.
Yes.
Because the ones that I just really fall. I think anime is a fantastic medium, and I think they do such a great job with character work that I can't help but fall in love with a lot of the characters in these series. And I instantly relate to a few of them. So all the characters I relate to, I kind of collect things from them, and that's like I have an anime shelf going. Those I'm sure I'm gonna fill like that those last 3 with anime memorabilia. But if you slide out of the way for a second, Nikki,
no.
like you have like the stuff from Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Rengoku from Demon Slayer, Sanji from One Piece, so Tai from Digimon, Charizard from Pokemon. So just like a lot of characters that I really relate to. A lot of characters, like Sanji especially, is one that I instantly fell in love with, and the character of Sanji is what got me into One Piece. So that was really cool.
Yeah. For ones that I love, I was a huge Full Metal Alchemist fan.
Yes.
I'm the weirdo that likes the original more than Brotherhood, but I think both are great. I think I can speak for both of us. We both love Death Note.
Yes. Good. I'm a Cowboy Bebop fan.
I never finished it. Cliche, but I was a massive Magical Girl fan. My favorite was Ojama Jo Doremi, which some of you might have remembered as Magical Doremi, but I also loved Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura and Tokyo Mew Mew. I'm trying to think of like other ones, but I mean, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love this question.
I'm a Gundam guy too. I love Gundam.
What do you think about Inuyasha?
Ugh.
Inuyasha's a dog.
I know, but now I can't. But now every time someone says Inuyasha, I'm conditioned to think Gemba because of that stupid cat.
It's not stupid. It's wonderful.
No, it's stupid. But I actually haven't watched Inuyasha.
No.
Full disclosure.
I've seen parts of it. I know
I know of Inuyasha. I know what Inuyasha looks like.
It's a classic. They did that design in Boom Boom Deer for a reason.
Yeah.
But no, it's one we haven't gotten to. This is a great question. Something good or bad, or just something you never noticed before? Probably
the main thing I've noticed, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that I think me and Nikki both noticed this and we're both on the same page.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we didn't talk to each other about it. We both kind of came to the same conclusion on our own. And that's that Kimberly is insanely competent, and she is completely misjudged by so many people watching MMPR. I think people focus too much on her lowest points, and don't look at her consistently as a character throughout the runtime of the show.
Mm-hmm.
She is super competent. She's capable. She's fought on multiple villains on her own and won. She's the best tactical user of her weapon.
Yes. But that's interesting. So, like, when you were younger, you didn't necessarily view her.
No, I
that
was too focused on the Red Ranger because red was my favorite color. So I was like, I like this guy.
That's fair. I mean, for me, it's what's interesting for me is going into the show, I had preconceived notions about the stereotypes, but I feel like very quickly I was able to look past that and like understand what they were going for. Because like you had Billy as a nerd, but like I could even tell that he was going to be kind of like his own character. And that's what I did appreciate, like getting into MMPR for the first time.
Yeah. And also, like, as an adult, the colors kind of mean less.
Yes, it's the characters more than anything.
Yeah, it's definitely the characters.
Also, Ryan,
thank you so much for joining. Yes, guys, if you want to join our YouTube membership tiers, you can totally do that. We have some really fun stuff planned for the future of those tiers.
Yeah.
That and a Patreon that we're going to be launching pretty soon. So, guys, jump on there. We also have custom emojis. I put the chibis of us.
The chibis of us
there.
You can use the MontyVerse M.
Yes, the stay versed.
I'm trying to remember what it is, but yeah, if you guys are interested, because that's something we want to take more advantage of is with the memberships and some fun exclusives. So yeah,
we want to like do more fun stuff for you guys. So that's something we're gonna play with a lot more.
Absolutely. Hold on. Nectar. That's why I thought they were good to do because I heard they wave from him. I'm so sorry, Nestor. If you can clarify what you mean. The problem is we just talk so much that maybe it was in reference to something we said.
Yes. The do you like my work? That's what I referenced in our review from the comics. It's like when he first meets Daredevil. That's what because Muse is all about the art. He's all about. He's so hyper focused on his art and the performative nature of his art, and he wants people to appreciate his art. And when his art loses its meaning or isn't being interpreted the way he wants to, he destroys it and he starts again. And there's something really fun and sinister about his character that I don't think they captured very well in the show. But maybe spoilers. I think we'll see him again next season if what I'm hearing is to be believed. But
hey, nope. No, that's awesome though.
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, we're definitely familiar with the Red Ranger Isekai anime. Honestly, if we had time, we really wanted to do Go Loser Ranger.
Yeah, that one looked really fun.
Yes.
We're also maybe we just need an editor. Maybe we just need an editor to help us out.
Yes. Oh, trust me, we have talked about this. Because
listen, JL, you got no idea. I bought just in preparation, I bought the remastered season 1 Blu-ray.
Yeah, and the
movie.
And we have the movies.
So we're gonna need to get an editor because it's hard for us to tackle. Like we mentioned this before, like a little earlier this month. It's getting to the point where it's hard to take on multiple shows a week.
Yeah,
and we really want to like enjoy the newer stuff and to do some things that are like 30 episodes long and have Nicki edit all of them. It's a lot on both of us.
Yeah, I mean, if this was both our full-time jobs, it would be insane the number of videos we would crank out every single week. Maybe we'll have a video a day, every other day. Probably even more than that, honestly.
Like we would love to do more of this. We would love to do that, but it's just like we both work full-time jobs. It's hard. Like honestly, like the next step would be getting an editor.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we get some more memberships. We get some Patreon people, and we can get an editor to help us out because that would be amazing.
Oh my God! Thank you again, submissive Monty.
This is wild.
Please breed me, Monty. I'll be your Kimberly.
We can't say that. I don't think we can say that.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
Oh God! Submissive Monty simp.
I'm so sorry.
We could definitely say that.
All right, well, don't scare me like that.
But we shouldn't. Just because we can doesn't mean we should.
All right, fair enough. Cam Pillow, I've seen you. Thank
yes.
you so much for all your lovely comments. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to read. Yes, but thank you so much. And yes,
yes.
I know you've talked about the suit, but yeah, in short, Monty got it in the Heritage auction.
Yeah, we got it in the Heritage auction. That is a show-used suit from Power. It's the hero suit from Power Rangers RPM. I don't think it's Milo's suit because it didn't say so. I think it was a stunt use suit,
Mhm.
but it's the hero stunt suit, I guess. I don't know, or the pro. I don't know.
It was someone on the RPM set wore it.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. And to have a piece of Power Ranger history means a lot to the both of us, especially my favorite Ranger personally.
Yes, Andrew, thank you so much. I didn't know that. I had heard.
I know that they were putting back. They had that Pokemon TV that they brought back, and I think that's what he's talking about. They brought it back on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
mean, that's pretty sick. If it's like the season 1 episodes.
Yes.
Hey Monty, I saw Stranger Things, The First Shadow. Oh, okay, is that the live stage show?
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I've heard about that because I try to stay up to date with Broadway. No, that's awesome.
That's really awesome, Johnny. I'm really glad you got to do that.
I'm a loser. I've never seen Stranger Things.
I'm a Stranger Things guy. I like Stranger Things.
Are you how much faith do you have in this last season?
The problem is there's never been a bad season. I just think like the wait between the last season and this one was insane, and I think it lost a lot of momentum. But I'm still excited. I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, fair enough. This is a hard question without knowing what they're doing.
let me be the most. This is what every generic YouTuber, TikToker, Instagrammer, Twitter person. Let's do the cast of Cobra Kai. Do you really think the cast of Cobra Kai, after just doing a teen karate show, would pivot and do another teen karate show?
Yeah, because firstly, Painless has been pretty busy.
Painless is insanely busy.
She's busy. Jolo is still doing more.
Jolo is not only confirmed to be coming back as Blue Beetle and in the animated show, but he's also going to be back in live action. It's only a matter of time. Plus, on top of that, he's making music. He's got the podcast with Jacob. Jacob's busy. I'm sure Tanner's going to be very busy. I'll take one of them, but I don't think bringing the whole cast.
That's like a gimmick. That's almost like you have to make it a parody at that point, or makes.
If you're going to bring any of them in, you'd bring in Raina Vladingham, who was the villain in the last season because she was so uninvolved with the show, and she's a really good martial artist. But that would be someone that I'd like to see. That's adjacent to that show. Is there any young actor that's really impressed me recently that
Look, I'll repeat it. Like back when there was all the discussion of the Netflix reboot with a female Red, and depending on how old they go, I'm still pulling for Kiernan Shipka.
Yeah, I think she's great.
She's phenomenal, and
she's too old.
She's 25.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna go the Percy Jackson route and cast younger people. Because I was gonna say McKenna Grace because I love her acting.
She's good. Yeah, she's good.
I think she's really fantastic, and she would be a great Pink Ranger.
Yeah, she would be a great Pink. I think Kiernan has Red energy.
The problem is I really I was a huge fan of Walker Scobell.
I know,
but he's Percy Jackson, so he's not gonna be. But I absolutely loved his performance in The Adam Effect.
Yeah.
So when he was cast as Percy Jackson, The Adam Project, sorry. I fused The Adam Project and The Butterfly Effect, which is dangerous. Don't ever do that.
That's horrible.
But him being cast as Percy Jackson was part of the reason why we started watching that show.
Yeah.
So I would have loved. I think he had real Red Ranger energy, Blue Ranger energy.
He would be fantastic.
He would be really cool
as a young actor, and that's also what's really hard is that we don't know a lot of them.
The problem is all the ones that stand out have aged out of that. I think they're gonna go unknown young, and I don't really know a lot of unknown young actors off the top of my head by name.
Yeah, and again, it's without really knowing the characters or what they're casting for. It's harder.
That's fair too.
But again, we're very open as long as it's good. I did not because
I didn't.
I'm not into super.
I used to do them, and I always used to put Duke in in the championship, and I would always lose most of the time. So I stopped doing them.
Oh my god. That's
oh my god.
I love the specificity of that. Phenomenal.
Love Hey Arnold.
Phenomenal show.
We both watched it already.
Yes.
So it would be hard.
I mean, and not necessarily. It would be.
You're right.
I mean, we just said we do Digimon.
Yeah, but Digimon. Hey Arnold. You're right. We could definitely do that.
But again, there's We have so many things.
So many things. So many, like The Last of Us. The Last of Us this Sunday coming back, part 2.
Guys, that was one of the greatest things we watched in
Oh
2023.
my god, I'm so excited to get back into that world.
I know, and that is what you can expect coming up on the channel.
Yes, we will be doing reactions to The Last of Us. They will be coming. Daredevil, Power Rangers. So we got a lot coming.
We got a lot. You can answer this.
Yes, I am. The last movie was really funny. Just because like it was but I'm a huge fan of the Mission Impossible movies. I think they're like a masterclass in action filmmaking, especially like it's so weird the trajectory of those films. They get better as they go, which is crazy. Ghost Protocol is insane. I love the stonework. I love Haley Atwell in what was the last one? Dead Reckoning Part 1. Retroactively, just Dead Reckoning now.
Oh my god.
She was really fun. I loved her chemistry with Tom. I love Simon Pegg. I love the crew. I love like the team, the IMF team. So I'm a big fan of those movies and I'm really excited.
Hello, Emilio.
Hi.
Hello. That's a
great question.
Yeah.
Great question, Iron.
So actually it's interesting you say that because we actually don't really see a lot on Broadway.
Yeah.
But
we're going to see Heathers.
We're going to see Heathers.
We're going to see Heathers. I mean, we both are fans of musicals and stage performances. I mean, listen, I was a bigger guy. If you guys have noticed, I've lost a lot of weight recently. I was very intimidated by Broadway seats because they're older theaters. The seats are very tight, even for skinny people like Nicki. So I always had like this phobia of sitting in them, but now I'm comfortable enough in my form. In my form to go. So yeah, we're gonna go see Heathers and more shows.
Yeah, and it's also expensive.
Yeah,
like it's not easy to get out, but I'm excited for it, and we'd love to see more.
Yeah.
That is super nice of you to offer.
That would be nice.
Yeah, there will be a time when we're probably gonna look into.
Yeah, we're gonna officially start looking for someone soon. So if you want to send us some stuff, we'd be happy to look into it. But appreciate the offer.
Also, please do not feel bad. Please don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. If you like the video and if you just give the video a thumbs up, that is a huge step forward for us. It helps propel the video. It helps propel the channel. So any engagement really helps. And we appreciate it so much, JL.
Damn. What con is this, Ryan? Because that's crazy.
That's so cool, dude.
To get all of them.
That's cool to get all of them. You're gonna get the Spider-Man Daredevil crossover that the world needs right now. But like honestly, I have not heard a bad experience from anyone who's met Charlie Cox. I haven't met him in that capacity yet. I have seen him on the set of Daredevil. I've been to the set of season 2. I have seen him. And I've met Vincent D'Onofrio, and Vincent D'Onofrio is the nicest guy. So I hope you have a great experience, man.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know they were originally they got 10 of the cast to go to one con in Florida this past weekend.
Yeah.
And then they all had to cancel.
I wonder why 4 members of the Daredevil cast had to cancel at the same time while season 2 is filming. That's a great question.
Dude, that's awesome, honestly. Got the 4 complete seasons of Digimon.
Oh man, that's so cool. That's cool. Oh man, I'm trying to. So it's Adventure, O2, Tamers, and Frontier.
Yeah. We were talking about this, and I didn't finish it, but Tamers was awesome.
Tamers is the best Digimon, and I say this as someone who ride or die adventure stan. And Ty is my guy.
Ty and Agumon are your guys.
That Agumon is, if I had a Digimon, it would be Agumon. Ty is my personality. We're like the same person. Tamers is a better show.
Tamers is a great show. I wish I'd finish it.
I wish you did too.
I was a dumb kid. No, do you know? Actually, I'll confess this. You know what the problem was?
What?
It was the GX problem, to where my little kid brain had a hard time computing new people.
That's fair.
I will say Tamers is a bigger upgrade from O2 than GX was from the original.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, we love Digimon, and Tamers is one we've talked about watching at some point if we could.
What's up, K20? What's up, dude?
Dude, thanks for showing up.
Thanks for showing up. That's my dude. I love K20, even though he's so mean to me. He's so mean to me in person.
What do you do now?
He's just like, he's the best. I can't even pretend to be mad at him. He's just so wonderful. I love K20. Everyone go support K20 and buy your patches. If you do any type of Sentai cosplay, or just looking for patches of Rangers for your backpacks or your jackets, that's my guy. K20 does the best patchwork in the game.
1 second, I'm gonna drop K20's one of his links in the chat.
Yes,
you all immediately need to go check his stuff out because we have a lot of stuff from him.
Yes, we have so many patches. My Boom Boomger and my Go Zooger hats were both from K20. He's the man. He just does great work.
Yes. Nick, I feel like this would break your brain just as much as mine.
I mean, it would be cool. Here's the thing though. The Justice League and Power Rangers have crossed over in the comics. So that was really cool. Like, as a huge comic book nerd, to see the Power Rangers enter the Justice League watchtower, or it might have been the Hall of Justice. I can't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it was one or the other. But to go into their armory and to have Kim load up a quiver with Green Arrow's arrows is just so comic book, and I loved every second of that. But yeah, there is precedence for it. So maybe.
Okay, that makes sense because I probably heard about that at some point, just didn't remember. But no, that would be awesome. Great question because we've talked about this to each other. I mean,
the $90 games are insane.
Was it 90 or 80? I mean, they're both bad.
$90, I'm pretty sure. So, like, here's the thing. If it was $450 and you got everything you needed out the box, I would be more comfortable with that. It's still, listen, any game console is high. You're looking at start saving your money now, type of situation for it. But the fact that it's $450 and then you need to buy like 7 other things.
Wait, you do?
You need to buy like 4 things. Like, I think the dock comes separately now. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
That's insane. I mean, what I remember is the $450 price point for the system, the $499 if you wanted it to come preloaded with Mario Kart. I didn't know about all that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So that's upsetting.
What's up, Nava?
What's up? But yeah, I mean, in terms of like the actual announcements of like the stuff coming, a lot of it seemed exciting.
It's exciting. Like but it's all like it's the traditional stuff we'd expect. Mario Kart. I like that it's compatible. I'm more excited for like the Pokemon stuff.
Oh, I can't wait for
Legend Z.
Legend Z. ZA?
Legend ZA. I was a big Arceus fan.
Yeah.
That game was so fun. And this one looks really good. I just don't like the starters. I think like why we got Cyndaquil last game, why give us 2 Gen 2 and then Tepig, who's my least favorite fire starter?
Which is saying something.
You know, so it's weird. It's weird, but overall I like the game and I'm excited to play it.
I mean, look, I love me my Chikorita. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
But yeah, I mean, look, we both definitely want it. We'll just have to see what happens with that.
What happens? What it's about.
This is interesting because there's 2 answers to this.
That's a great question.
Okay, I think the easiest way to phrase it is, do we have confidence if it's an Avenger movie? Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else? Not as much.
It's weird. I was well, as everyone knows, Disney sends me like Donald Duck bags full of gold coins. So I have to shill for the Disney. No, I'm just joking. I was 100% confident in the Russo brothers. I was like unfalteringly confident in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars because I trusted the team. It's not just when the Russo brothers signed up for the Avengers movies. I knew they wanted to do it, which was really exciting. And 2, it's not just them, it's the team. It's Marcus McFeely. It's them. I knew Silvestri would be back. It's Feige, it's the Marvel machine, all working in tandem as one well-oiled machine.
Mhm.
So I was very confident. And then I watched The Electric State. And then I looked at everyone who was involved in that movie. And it was Marcus and McFeely, the Russo brothers, and Alan Silvestri. And it broke my heart because it made me doubt for a second. I was like, maybe we're cooked. But the problem is, like, the movie felt like a Marvel movie.
It felt like a Marvel movie when it never should have been.
It felt like the ending of Endgame without the emotional buildup.
Mhm.
So it was just all climax. So I think that, yes, the movie will be good. And I do have confidence in them, but I do think the Marvel machine will help them to churn out a great product.
Yeah, because their track record with Avengers movies and Marvel movies, for that matter, is flawless.
It's insanely high. They're 4 for 4.
So, yes, that is our answer.
Great question, though.
Yeah. What are our thoughts on Avatar 7 Havens?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for any new Avatar project from the original creative team. We listen, we even loved the live action.
Mhm.
We got a lot of shit when we reacted to those episodes because we were rightfully critical of those first 4 episodes because they were not up to the quality that they should have been. But I think the last 4 episodes definitely made up for it.
I mean, I think for the most part, like, we were net positive on the show. We had criticisms of it, but we were net positive. But I think we were very fair.
Yeah, we were very fair with our critiques.
Yeah,
because we were criticizing the show. We were doing our jobs. We were reviewing and critiquing the show, and I think our criticisms were fair. But then, and I credit a lot of this to Gordon and Dallas, whose performances in those last and Gordon in episode 1, really blew me away.
Gordon's perfect as Zane.
Like perfect casting, and then Dallas in the last stretch of episodes blew me away with their performances. So I'm really excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
But 7 Havens sounds so interesting. I always love one of the things I loved most about Avatar was the world building.
Yeah.
And to see where they're going with this world in that series has me very, very excited. They released a synopsis, and Korra did some insane shifting of the planet, the land structures, the land masses, and reformed the globe. And now, there's twins, and one of them is the Avatar. Maybe they're both Avatar. I love that. I'm already intrigued, and all they released was like a 3-sentence synopsis.
Yeah. And it's just, to me, it's also just crazy that we're even getting a continuation because Korra was so long ago. And I remember even just when that premiered, what a big deal that was.
Yes.
So hopefully they just continue on the momentum that the franchise continues to have, because even at the times when it's maybe less than perfect, it's still continuing strong. It's like you said, it has the intrigue with the world building. There's so much to expand upon, and like, is it out of the realm of possibility to say it's like Star Wars level world building at this point?
Yeah, it is. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, and that's what's insane, that there can be these many unique IPs that can transcend the original works to that extent.
And I don't mean this as a shot against Star Wars, so any Star Wars fans don't take offense to this, because I'm a Star Wars fan. But I think why Avatar is more respectable is they could have easily just done stuff in Aang's timeline, but they're ballsy enough to skip forward generations.
Yes.
Which I think is really great world building, because they're giving us an Aang movie.
Yeah.
Which I love that they named it Aang the Last Airbender, because they're like, hey, screw you, James Cameron. We don't need Avatar anymore. We got Aang the Last Airbender, which is cool. But we don't need that. We can make new stories about new characters, and we can make you love or hate them based off of their decisions. And that, to me, is the signs of great writers and creative teams. They don't need to leech off of nostalgic time periods.
Exactly. If you're referring to K20, yes.
Yes, he does.
He makes amazing Sentai merch, so definitely check him out. This is what I thought. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Iron America is saying that the Switch.
Okay, it does include everything? Okay. Then I must have heard that wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if they really had stuff separated for $450, I'd be more out. I'm already outraged. I'd be more outraged. Let's see.
It's tough. We're doing the live action.
Yes.
100%. When that comes back, and it just got announced that they're aiming for an early 2026 release. So we will 100% be doing that. We started the animated series. The problem is we don't want to start things and then not finish, and we don't have the manpower to be doing long series outside of Power Rangers at the moment.
The other problem is that there are times when we also just want to rewatch stuff. And then we if we have to wait to record every time, then we would just never watch anything.
Yeah. So it's tough. We will be the new series, possibly Seven Havens.
When's that coming out?
Probably the new Avatar movie's coming out next year. So probably the ending of next year. They want to. I would imagine they want to keep separation. Between those.
That'd be smart. Dude, that's also awesome.
That's really cool. Love Kevin's work. I'm a huge fan of Clerks 3, by the way.
I think that's legit
underrated.
I think that's his best movie.
Oh man, that had me crying.
I cried. I don't cry at
cried.
movies.
We both looked at each other and wept. We both wept. Why would you laugh like that?
I thought it was
so maniacally.
Maybe I'm just sneakier than you realize.
Possibly. I don't know.
Thoughts on how they revealed the Doomsday cast? That was crazy.
I have thoughts. Didn't like it. I mean, I get it.
What wasn't the whole premise?
Listen, from an advertising perspective, from a marketing perspective, it was brilliant.
Mhm.
It was boring as hell though.
But that's the thing is that's all it was a tactic, because the whole shtick is that love them or hate them, you're talking about them for hours on end.
Yeah, it's tough because I felt obligated to keep tuning in, and that was really rough. But again, it was brilliant because they were the topic of discussion for 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
On a random Thursday.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. So it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I would have loved something a little different, but again, it worked. So maybe I'm just an idiot.
So stupid. Dude, that's awesome that you meant fonts. We both love Time Force.
Yes, it's time for it.
It's time for Time Force.
It's time for it.
Andrew asks, he says he has 8 seasons of Psych on DVD. And
whoa, you have the entire series on DVD?
And which episodes are your favorite? And did you like the 3 movies?
Okay, great question. Great question, Andrew, because I don't know. I don't know if I can pick a favorite child. Let's see. An Evening with Mr. Yang is an all-time favorite of mine. Mr. Yin Presents. I love the Yin Yang trilogy is really amazing. The first 2 are fantastic. I'm a big fan of Tuesday the 17th is another episode I really love. Psych the Musical is a really big favorite of mine, which I guess is like a TV movie, I guess. And the finale of Psych. I think Psych has one of the greatest series finales of all time, and it's framed around a breakup, but the breakup is between Sean and Gus because their relationship is the most important relationship on the show. So that I absolutely loved. And then that pivots into the movies, which one I was not a fan of. I think one they weren't really sure of how to restructure the show into a movie, but the second movie was fantastic. It felt like a longer version of an episode of the show, which I loved and I thought was the way to approach it. And then the third one was okay. It was good. I really want a 4th one though. So I obviously know that James Roday Rodriguez and Dule Hill are watching right now. So they're fans of the MontyVerse. So hey guys, announce that 4th movie because I need it. Come on, son.
Also, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hanging Past Your Knees verse.
Oh my God.
Who is this?
This got to be Jacoby.
This is a very dedicated bit then. Monty, do you want them to attempt another live action?
Is this a live action The Last Airbender movie?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, do another live action The Last Airbender movie.
Oh my God. I'm really excited for Underworld and Andor. Disney shines the animatics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nestor, you're 100% right. My favorite piece of Star Wars media, which is shocking because I'm a huge fan of the original trilogy, is Star Wars Rebels. I fell in love with Rebels. The character of Kanan Jarrus is my favorite, second favorite Jedi. Luke will always be my favorite Jedi, but Kanan, he's up there, man. And I love him so much. At the last time we were in Disney, I don't know if I'll be able to pull it down.
Yeah, I know. You have
without getting up, but maybe I can. Oh, I think I can get it.
Oh God.
Oh God.
There's so much stuff. Careful.
There's not so much stuff. There's two things.
Guys, I'm just very paranoid because like the second I see something fall over, I'm afraid it's gonna break.
Oh my God, she's the worst. She's so paranoid. But yeah, the last time I was at Disney, I picked up Kanan's lightsaber, which I've been looking for one of these, like a really good replica of this saber for years.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to break the bank on one. And this one was very affordable. And yeah, I love Rebels. Rebels is my favorite Star Wars property.
That justified the whole trip in itself.
Yeah, 100%. So this was going to go in the display, and this still might go in the display.
Yeah.
In the background. So eagle-eyed people will be able to see it eventually.
And like you'd say you're pretty happy with a lot of the Disney sabers you've gotten, right?
Yeah, like this one's very cool. Like especially the ones that are harder to find, because like a lot of companies make the classics. They make the Obi-Wans, the Lukes, but they had like Leia's from Rise of Skywalker,
which is awesome,
and they had Ben Kenobi's from Rise of Skywalker, like The Last Jedi. So that was really cool.
That's awesome. Thank goodness Spider-Verse is on the way. Oh my gosh.
Poor guy. Listen, with the Sinners press tour, I'm not going to talk about anything for Shamik more. I don't want to make that man suffer more than he already is.
It is crazy though, because I mean, I don't doubt that the third one was ever going to come out.
No.
It's a matter of it kept getting pushed.
This is like a proper length of time between animated movies. Because it's almost the same amount of space between the first Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, or Into the Spider-Verse.
I guess that's not, you're actually right about that.
Animated movies take time.
It does. It's just crazy from when they originally were going to have it come out.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Listen, I'm excited we actually have a date. That's the most important thing. I never doubted that it was coming, but I'm glad we have a date.
Yeah, exactly. How do we feel about Disney and powering?
I'm excited. I'm excited. Not even the Disney aspect of it, because Disney, we know Disney's just there to show the show
and make money.
Hasbro is still going to be involved. Hasbro's still going to have a say. And we know that from the press release. It's going to be a conjoined effort between Hasbro, Disney Plus, and 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
So that means we're getting a Disney Plus and Hulu release most likely. So it's not just Disney Plus. But what really had me excited was we got an official creative team announcement. So it feels real, right? It's not that it feels real. It is real. And the creative team behind it is the team behind Percy Jackson, which we are huge fans of. We're probably the most well-versed Power Ranger creators to talk about this, because we watched all of Percy Jackson. We reacted to it, and you can see our reaction, and we fell in love with that show. And I think if the creative team behind that is involved in the Power Rangers reboot, we are in good hands, because they know how to make a show feel authentically youthful.
Yeah, and that's what's the craziest thing, is because you think Power Rangers, you're not jumping to Percy Jackson, but when you think about the way that show was constructed and acted and adapted, because it's ultimately an adaptation, one from a very beloved IP. And like you said, you hit the nail on the head with the word youth, a youthful story, because that's ultimately what this is. This is another story about young people, and they're thrust into a crazy supernatural situation.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is when you say all that out loud, it's perfect whether or not you ever expected it.
I think we're in good hands. I honestly do. And I think a lot of people should feel very confident. One, the Power Ranger community should feel very lucky and very confident that we got something this quickly. And two, I think the people involved are fantastic. So I'm very optimistic.
100%. Nice. He should be.
He definitely is. He's definitely like whispering in his ear, like, "You're not the leader. I'm the leader. That's not an army. This is an army."
Yikes.
Goldar Maximus.
Oh God. All right. Nice.
Nice. Good job. That was our first Sentai.
That was our first
we
one.
loved it. We fell in love with it. So
Nice.
great to hear it.
Yes, definitely finish it. Oh god.
Oh my god, man. Iron, you have no idea. I'm a Pokemon kind of like I dabbled in the card trade a little bit. I actually sent some cards to get graded recently, like a month ago. They still haven't returned back yet. So I don't know. It's just I just withered. My interest has withered.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because it's so bad. And I'm not looking to fist fight people in Walmarts for Pokemon cards. Like, this is insane. Like Costco, like people tackling each other in Costco. It's like, get a grip. Like the fact that the Pokemon company is not doing more to hinder scalpers because they're too busy looking at their, bottom line is kind of crazy. They really need to come up with systems in place to help, because like you have stores like GameStop who's not even like trying to deal with Pokemon cards anymore. They're like, hey, we don't want this smoke. Like we're kind of out of the game. And it's just it really sucks for people that just like to collect the cards. And that's why I feel bad for, like, kids and people who actually love to collect Pokemon cards.
Yeah, like, because not that you and I are collectors, but we're Pokemon fans. So if we've seen cards that like we appreciate that are of our favorite Pokemon, because some of that artwork is beautiful. Yeah, if I want like a simple card, I might go for that, but we're not into it for the politics or for making a cheap buck.
Like, great example. Like, I pulled a Doc Spun full art and it's worth barely anything. And I gave it to Nicki and she has it on her desk. Like,
I think that was the Phanpy.
Oh, Phanpy? I pulled and I pulled a Doc Spun too.
Oh,
I pulled both of them. Yeah.
That's even better.
So it's just like it's personal value, and like people can't do that now because there's no stock to get. And it's fun to open packs. And when packs are like $15 a rip, people don't want to open packs anymore. It's sad. It's really sad.
It really is. And like any interest we had is gone away.
Music Guy, the Disney ones are actually that is true. The professionally made ones from like Ultra Sabers or something like that do run high, but the Disney ones are significantly less, and they're not as durable and not as like, you can't use them aggressively in sword fights, but for display pieces, they're really, really cool. And that's why I got it.
And they look very nice.
Yeah, they're significantly less than that.
Wait, hold on.
This one?
Yep.
Yes, exactly. Not only how good they got Vader, but how they understood the character of, well, it's Filoni, right? And Filoni understands the characters. One of my favorite moments of all time is the Twin Sons episode on Tatooine, where it has the samurai duel between Maul and Obi-Wan. It gives me chills just thinking about how complex and full of depth that one maybe 30-second engagement between the two of them is. It's just some of the best writing in all of Star Wars.
Is this a specific character, or is that Penny?
There are two Japanese Spider-Man. Penny Parker is kind of different, but they're both kind of tokusatsu related. Penny Parker is more based off of mech style anime. And the Japanese Spider-Man is like the tokusatsu Spider-Man. He is the Japanese. There was. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
The Stan Lee involved
Toku Spider-Man.
Toku Spider-Man. That's who that is. And
okay.
I definitely think he'll be in the third one. People have been asking for him for every movie. He'll be there.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I would think so. 20th anniversary.
Yeah, the 20th anniversary is coming.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Pizza.
Oh my God.
Pizza, you were supposed to mod this stream. You were too busy to mod. So
that's so sad.
You didn't even raid my stream tonight.
Wow.
Terrible. Tell Ali I'm so mad at him. I don't know how to mod people on Twitch.
I know.
I can mod you on YouTube.
I was gonna say, teach us your ways. Teach us your Twitch ways.
Come mod yourself on Twitch. I will mod you on YouTube any day.
Oh my God.
That's so amazing. That's so foul.
That's amazing.
Shame on you, Music Guy. That's hilarious.
But who is the bigger insult to? Let's not answer that. It's both.
It's both, honestly.
If they cancel the reboot again, no.
Here's the thing.
You prefaced it. I agree.
Here's the thing. We're too listen, everything falls apart,
Yeah.
but everything has the opportunity to fall apart. We were given a creative team last time that fell through. I think this has a little bit more legs
Yeah.
than we realize it does, and I think it's going to move a lot faster than people expect it to. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get Jin on stream again to kind of talk and go over it if he's around.
Ooh.
So we'll see.
I agree with this.
Yeah, 100%. I'll duel every single one of them with my Ojamas.
Oh my god.
I will only use Ojamas in honor of the best Yu-Gi-Oh character, Chaz Princeton.
He's the best Yu-Gi-Oh character, period, or just
Chaz it up.
or just GX.
The best Yu-Gi-Oh character ever. Better than Seto Kaiba.
Even better than Yugi.
Yeah, Yugi can't Chaz it up.
Damn, I mean, you got me there. That's insane. It's
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
See that? Like, that's disgusting. Like, you can't around us, you can't get anything anywhere.
It's not like we're in a small town.
We're in New York, and you can't find Pokemon anywhere. Like, and the places that do have it are gouging the shit out of prices. They're selling for maybe triple, quadruple retail.
Yeah, which is disgusting.
It's the whole thing is really gross. Yeah, like what I don't even know how to recommend getting because Pokemon Center used to be a great way to get stuff fairly priced, but now it's insane. The bots on that site are insane, and I just it's just a terrible situation, and I hate that to be involved in it.
Oh my god! Hold on. Yeah, we will. It's not slander if it's true.
It's not slander, Pizza. We have shared Kaiba trauma. Okay,
yes,
you know that.
You should definitely be aware of that.
You're aware, well aware.
Also, bye, Ryan. Thank you so much for
joining. Thanks, Ryan. Thank you for
being
joining us.
Yes, thank you so much.
We appreciate it. We have 80 something people watching right now. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up, like the stream. Any little bit helps.
Absolutely.
Do what Pizza said. What is she saying?
There's a lot.
You gotta do mod. You gotta do /mod. Pizza, Costco.
Okay, that's okay. Fine. Work. Okay, fine. Kaiba is better if you want to go that.
Kaiba is better, but I can't disassociate.
I know. My immersive Giratina.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That was fun.
Nice. I think it looks sick. Price aside,
it looks fun. I mean, it's Mario Kart.
Yes.
So it's kind of just like I'm gonna play it. It's Mario Kart.
I'm 100% gonna play it.
We'll play it on stream, maybe.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That'd be fun.
We keep talking about streaming games because we both play not anything in common, but we both play different games a lot.
This shit is hilarious, dude. I will. I'm about to ban you.
Oh my god.
Submissive Monty Sim.
We need to find out.
That's wild.
Is this This is a Monty mystery.
Oh my god, it's definitely a Monty mystery. We have to solve it on our children's television series, Monty's Mysteries.
I mean, if you technically Avatar counts.
We did Avatar.
Yeah.
So we did Avatar.
Yeah.
We did a Nickelodeon series.
I'm trying to think other than that.
Drake and Josh.
That's a good one. I was gonna say early SpongeBob.
Live action or animated? Because Avatar is my favorite Nickelodeon show. I would love to watch an episode of Figure It Out. Remember Figure It Out?
No.
Oh my god. If anyone in the chat remembers Figure It Out, that show was so much fun. I love anything with a mystery component.
Yeah. I mean, because people want to make money, and they're allowing this to happen.
Stock Bros.
Yeah.
Invested. They turned Pokemon into a market.
Yeah.
They dictated the market of Pokemon by inserting value into certain cards, and in doing so, people saw that it was a easy way to make money until it became not so easy to make money doing it because everyone's doing it now.
Yeah.
And that it's like how markets are so fun and interesting and stupid because you could assert value onto anything, and as long as people agree with that value, or as long as people see value in something, then you're creating a market, and it's crazy.
100%. Okay, now come on. Now you're going too far.
Okay, pizza.
Yeah.
All right, pizza. But yeah, I see it.
I loved Danny Phantom.
I watched a little bit of Danny Phantom. I think it's a cool concept.
It would have been up your alley if you were young enough. I feel like.
Yeah, I would. It would have definitely been right up my alley if I was the right age.
Because it was basically a superhero.
Yeah, it was a superhero show.
And I definitely liked it more than Fairly Odd Parents by the end. What?
Listen, pizza. I'm not a day over 65, and you know it.
Oh my god.
Okay, and I look good for my age.
I'm actually blanking on one.
You calling me a truth? Are you calling me a liar?
I ain't calling you. That's the.
You have to be the Drake. I have to be the Josh. I feel like.
Wait. Who has to be Josh?
I have to be the Josh. Cause can you rip the Josh like? Because you literally were doing. I'm not calling you a truther. Like that's not Josh.
I ain't calling you a truther.
Okay, that's better.
I was gonna. Okay, yeah,
that's better.
I'm saying if we're like, because I'm definitely the nerdy like cringe one. What? Who said anything about that?
I said I was gonna ban him.
Oh, that's fair.
show your true self, coward.
I actually did not watch
Doug. I love Doug.
Doug I watched. Rocco I didn't watch, and Ren and
oh my
Stimpy I
god,
didn't
Rocco's
watch.
Modern Life is insane to watch as adults.
Yeah.
The amount of jokes that they got away with in that show is crazy.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's wild.
I'm trying to think of like again, like I'm not that old. Like I was definitely more the SpongeBob Fairly Odd Parents era.
Okay, Nicki.
I have not personally.
I haven't. I heard really great things about Hunter x Hunter.
It's another one of those that was like kind of remade recently.
Yes.
But yes, I know that's very popular. I did not personally watch
I
it.
did. I did. That was a fun show. Gruesome as hell. Really dark. Pitch black comedy. But crazy.
In a good way.
In a good way. Space Cases with Walter Jones.
Wait, yeah. What? I don't know what that is.
That was the show he did post Power Rangers.
Oh, I know he did Brink.
He did do Brink. I'd watch Brink. Brink, Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, now we're getting to
now we're talking.
Guys, since like when it comes to DComs, there's only one that I care about if Monty ever watches, and that's Descendants.
We're gonna watch The Descendants. In chat, should we watch The Descendants? Let us know. Validate Nicki.
It's Descendants, not The Descendants.
The Descendant is a completely different movie.
Very different
movie. Very different
with
movie.
George Clooney.
With the Clunes and Matthew Lillard.
Yes.
Star of Daredevil Born Again Season 2.
I was gonna say the only other one that I would say that we would have to think about is a High School Musical rewatch.
Yeah, I would definitely watch High School Musical, and I'd sing every song.
Good.
Pizza, she's not 19. Pizza, stop it.
I don't know who she's
talking about. You.
Wait, if you think I'm 19, I'm like half flattered, half like, what? Do I look like that young?
Pizza, you already have the job, okay? You already have the mod job. You don't have to suck up to Nicki.
But what if I want her to?
That's against company business policy.
I'm not, but I know you are kind of.
I'm a big fan of stand-up comedy. I actually was thinking, I always tossed around the idea of doing it at points. I'm just a big fan of the game. Here's the thing. I like, as an Italian, I did like Sebastian Maniscalco's like the first bits he really blew up with. I feel like he's lost a lot of steam in his most recent stuff, but that's fine. Shane Gillis, I think, is hilarious. If you're into that sort of humor, definitely. But one that I did watch, I'm a huge Bo Burnham fan. I think Bo Burnham is one of the most intellectually stimulating comics that has ever been out there.
Yeah.
And I think he's very underrated because of how much sing-song he does in his routine, but his routine is whip smart comedy. So I really, really appreciate that. And I was telling Nicki the other day, I was watching Chris Tucker's most recent special, and that man is hilarious. So I'm a huge fan of a lot of different comedians from every aspect. I appreciate everyone's different comedic style. I'm a big fan of, like, when we watch things, I tell Nicki all the time, like, I can pick up on people's timing and cadences. I just really love the art form of stand-up comedy and comedy in general. So, you know, I'm a big fan of the Wayans family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it's my
What's
other
that?
my other teammate. L, my two team members, two MontyVerse employees are in the chat.
Oh no, she's gonna be a menace.
Good. Be a menace. Worm.
Why is she worm?
Hello, worm.
I actually don't know if I know that. Why?
Because she's a worm.
Okay.
Because she's a worm. She is a worm. She'll tell you.
I feel like we just
We'd get claimed.
We get claimed.
We'd get
so
taken down. We'd get
aggressively.
taken down harder than South Park was trying to get taken down in the late 90s.
Oh my god.
Harder than YouTube would take us down harder than Tom Cruise tried to take down South Park.
That is amazing.
That's a callback.
Damn, those are a lot of bangers.
Ooh, banger after banger. Game Shakers was you know what show I did watch with my nephew when he was little that I really enjoyed
What?
and was funny? Henry Danger.
I saw parts of it. I think I was too old at that
I
point.
think Cooper is hilarious in that show, Cooper Barnes. And Jace Norman, who plays Henry. I think he was a really good young actor.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate that.
Apparently was Nakia Burris actually on that?
She was on Danger Force.
Okay.
The sequel series, which didn't have Jace in it. But it had Cooper.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Vita.
I mean, that's actually kind of accurate.
Listen, I don't that's also implying that like
I'm just busting your chops.
That's terrible.
Sorry.
That's a terrible busting of chops.
Well, she also put /J at the end. I don't know.
All right, Pizza. You can go back to Ollie.
Oh my gosh.
I was excited. I thought Ollie was gonna pop in the stream tonight so he can see all my cool stuff.
Oh, and he didn't?
No, he didn't. Pizza didn't raid my stream with Ollie, with Oliver Wyman.
That's not fun.
Voice of Aster Phoenix on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I was gonna plug his stream, but
are you also gonna duel him at some point?
No, I'm gonna duel him. I'm gonna duel him like Chaz dueled in GX, and only use monsters with less than 1,000 attack points.
That would be a great
out of sheer principle.
I was gonna say that's a great self-imposed challenge.
Do you guys want to see me duel the voice of Aster Phoenix and embarrass him live on stream?
This is a likely story.
Okay, Pizza. Sure you were.
I mean,
sure you were.
I do assume that she has to eat at some point in time, though.
Oh my god, look at L's comments.
No, what? Okay, that's morbid.
Okay, very morbid. It's a mummified Green Ranger.
Also, I keep hitting my mic. Sorry.
No, that is just a mannequin. L, ever heard of one?
I love me some cheeseburgers.
Okay, sure you did, Pizza.
I was gonna say I'm not responsible enough to have low carb ones, but I will eat cheeseburgers.
Oh my god, craziness.
No. Oh my.
You don't know of there are no worm mannequins? That's crazy. There should be.
There should be.
There should be worm mannequins. Can we invent that? Patented.
Isn't that just a toy at that
Copyright.
point?
I copyrighted it right here on the show.
If you say so. Yes, because burgers are amazing.
Yes, everyone, you can find me and Pizza at Ollie Wyman. I will be signing at Ollie Wyman's booth.
At EC3.
At EC3Con. Go to his booth, ask for the MontyVerse. I'll be there signing it, but I will only sign pictures of him. I will only sign his memorabilia. So if you want me to sign Aster Phoenix cards or your Funkos. Oh, wait, he doesn't have a Funko.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now you're just being mean.
Jazz it up. What?
What? This is getting so off
the the McDonald's movie, The Founder?
With Michael Keaton?
With Keaton?
I have seen that movie.
I've seen it. It's a good movie.
It's a solid movie, but
we do have a movie reaction coming.
Yeah.
We've shot it a few weeks ago. We just have to finish editing it.
Yeah.
But
you guys should be on the lookout for
more
that.
Movie reactions are coming.
Yeah, and if you guys have like ideas or ones that you feel really strongly about.
Yeah, when we launch the Patreon and the membership, we're definitely going to have polls in there. We're going to poll you guys, give you some options of stuff we could do.
Mm-hmm.
But should we reveal what the next movie is going to be?
I think it's only appropriate.
The next movie we will be doing is Daredevil 2003, the director's cut.
What?
Bullseye. Oi.
You say that way too much.
I'm Bullseye.
The only thing more iconic than the bullseye is all the evanescence.
The Evanescence, man. The Evanescence. There's multiple. She's like, do you remember the Evanescence music drop in that movie? Like which one? Which one? There was 3.
Oh my gosh. No, that's
Love to
gonna
see
be
it.
amazing. Do you care?
No, I don't. He should have been here to defend himself. How about that one, L?
Yeah.
If he cared, he would be here promoting his channel to my fandom.
Oh no.
Yeah, we do. I listen. We have a friend Zach who has been on our channel multiple times, who is a huge Dune fan, and I love to bust his chops that I didn't enjoy the Dune movies, but I really did.
They're very good.
They're very good. We could do that though, leading up to when Dune Messiah comes out.
I'm very excited for Messiah.
Yeah, so we could definitely, because by then we'll forget everything, and it'll be like watching it for the first time again.
I mean, this would be very on brand.
Oh man, because it's been so long, I did forget a lot of things in those, so that would be cool. That's definitely something we could do.
Is this like, I don't know if this is a hot take. Like, he's good. I don't like him.
No, he's definitely the worst Spider-Man, I think, in retrospect. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna catch strays for that, but I don't care. It's my opinion.
I mean, I think
I'm allowed to have it.
You're allowed to have the opinion. For me, I think what happened is I heard so many times Spider-Man 2 is the greatest comic book movie ever. Spider-Man 2 is the best movie ever. And then
because there wasn't anything better, but there was.
There was X-Men.
Spider-Man 2 was great though.
It's great, but people were, even after the MCU was as heyday, people were still trying to claim that.
Once Iron Man came out, I think it blew Spider-Man 2 out of the water.
But out of that trilogy, I like the first one the best.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 1 is better than 2, in my personal opinion. Yeah. I was given a choice. One day they had a special at Best Buy one day where when you bought the Spider-Man game, you got to pick one of the DVDs.
Ooh.
And Spider-Man 1, 2, or 3. And I picked Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, that's the right choice.
Because I'm smart. Pizza, whenever you want. Pizza, you got to fill out my form. just tell me when you want to collab and we'll come up. I'll put you on stream.
I'm so dumb. Who is that? Who's Amy Lee?
Amy Lee, the lead singer of Evanescence.
Oh, I don't freaking know their names.
Girl, you crazy.
Hey, Ryan. Ryan, I would say we're doing pretty.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay.
I guess that's true. I know you will.
Oh my god, I'm going to see that. I'm probably gonna get a press screener for that. If I should. That one I definitely probably will. So I'm really excited to see that. I'm gonna review it for the channel, and hopefully we can react to it when it comes out. But I'll definitely be reviewing it.
Is this a reference?
Yeah, it is. Good reference. Nikki's not gonna get it.
Nah. Yes, that movie did do that.
That's true, and it did, and I really love Toby in that. But I think that Andrew and Tom embody more of the Spider-Man that I look for.
Yeah.
Than Toby did. I think, especially in Spider-Man 3, Toby got a little too whiny for me.
I mean, there's a lot of problems with that movie.
Yeah.
Do you have it ready?
Yeah.
You want me to send it to her?
Send it to her.
Okay, I'll
just
try.
A blank Word document.
I mean, that's still
Pizza. Do me a favor, make the form and then fill it out, please.
Oh my god, dude, that is a very long time.
Damn, that's crazy.
I know. What was I'm trying to remember the last movie I saw before COVID.
Before COVID? Oh, okay.
In theaters.
Because I was going to say, we were at the theater not that long. We go to the movies all the time.
Oh, no, not in general. Sonic was one of the last ones I saw.
So, yeah, Sonic 1.
Yeah.
I was going through some stuff at that time, so I couldn't make it to the theater. I had some family things that was going on. So I did not see a movie in theater since probably the last movie I saw in a theater was probably Endgame pre-COVID.
Yeah. But I know the first movie we saw together.
Eternals.
In IMAX.
And I loved it.
Loved it.
Great movie.
That was a good memory.
That was our first time back to the theaters post-pandemic.
I know. And
it was great.
I mean, it's good. I mean,
it's very good.
I really liked it. I know that there's been a lot of backlash about it. And by all means, I think it is in a lot of ways an experience more than anything. But I still think it's a really solid movie. And I think it's so interesting how it ends.
It's a love letter to Spider-Man, I think, and it's the best of Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies.
I'm not surprised by that. Something falling through because of money.
That's the least shocking thing I've ever heard. There was supposed to be a second season of Time Force. There's a million Power Rangers Hexagon. There's so many urban legends
about what happened,
about what ifs in the Power Ranger universe, but it all stems from money and which side's being cheap. And I'll give you a hint: it's not Toei. Toei's not cheap.
I mean, here's like the weird thing for me is because I was not that high on 2, I don't dislike 3 as much as most people.
I feel like I hated as a comic book fan, I hated 3. I hated 3 so much, and my friend Mike called me out on this the second I walked out of the theater, and he still rubs it in my face to this day. I pretended to like it. Like I was convincing myself that I liked it. And he's like, dude, you're convincing yourself that it was good. And I'm like, nah, it was good, dude. Like, because even as I was explaining it, I was like, yeah, but and he could hear it in my voice that I was just like not into it.
Yeah.
And it was just a big disappointment. Too much.
Hey, that's a good one to have
Great
seen.
movie. Great theater experience too. Man, we saw that one in IMAX. Fantastic.
Except like I hate that opening sequences. I wish they wouldn't have the flashing sequences in those movies because it's
part of the aesthetic, but I get what you're saying.
It's the fact that it causes people physical pain, there should be a warning. At least have a warning.
Oh my god, dude, you have no idea. I was at the first available screening for Avengers Endgame. Thursday, the fan event screening. It was the earliest, the first anyone could ever see it. One of the first showings in the country. I went in a packed room full of equally nerdy people as myself with a group of friends that I've been seeing these movies with since Iron Man 1. And I will never ever have another theater. I know to this day that will be the best theater experience I ever had.
Yeah.
And I don't regret that at all because it was a once in a lifetime experience. The cheering, the sense of community, the love, like just people standing up at the right time, cheering at the right time, no one being obnoxious about anything, just everyone there loving something in unison. It was just it was a really powerful movie moment. And it showed me the power of theaters and having that experience.
No, 100%. Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like
Sonic. Love the Sonic.
Yeah. Oh, we know you love the Sonic.
Love them.
And like for me, like that was also a great theater experience. Not that my theater was like packed or anything, because I don't think the movie tracked amazingly. At least not at first.
At first it didn't, but it did successful for pandemic numbers.
Hell
absolutely.
Yeah. But like you have to understand, I mean, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Sonic yet, it's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years.
But like for how bad video game movies had been doing at that point, not only was it so refreshing how good it was, the mid-credit scene with Tails was so exciting for me because I didn't know how much they were going to get more into the video game aspect of it. Because as you know, the first movie, it has Sonic and Robotnik, and that's pretty much it.
It's pretty grounded.
But that was incredible. And they keep just getting better. I feel like they would have pretty much been the same in terms of the characters would be the same, but you might have still had Tommy as Red. And Jason as Gold.
I think Billy would have been Gold. Of all 6 OG. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand.
What I'm saying is, you have, for the most part, they stay the same. Zach obviously has to be green.
Yeah.
But you could easily keep Tommy Red and Jason Gold.
I think Jason would be Red and Tommy would be Gold because Gold is the cooler suit.
It's the cooler suit, but at that point, they were so into the leader narrative.
But they only did that because ASJ left. He had already left, so they had added that dialogue. That wasn't filmed on the day.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, if he was still there, gotcha.
Yeah.
That would be a great one to see.
That's a great one. But keep an eye out because they're always doing like anniversary screenings or theaters will play older movies. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not sure.
In what regards? Like the reboot or like Disney era, the Disney era of Power Rangers?
Yeah, because that's like what I've seen people joke about is what are we gonna call this one now?
Neo Disney.
Neo Disney. That's what it would have to be.
There's Neo Saban. This is Neo Disney. Life is an endless waltz. We're destined to repeat the same moves.
Can you decipher this?
She's using a Twitch command to keep us on her screen while she does chores so that we can get her ad revenue.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pizza. You're a great employee.
Yes. I mean, yeah. So Jason would probably still stay red.
Yeah.
I would hope that. I mean, we don't even need to get into all the terrible stuff David went through.
Yeah, it's just
it's a thing.
I just assume that's what you're always doing.
Yes.
You're always just lurking about and getting ready for. You're always getting ready for bed, and you're always lurking.
Always lurking.
Always lurking in my walls like a worm.
Oh God. What? Oh God. Oh no.
Oh no. Is that Siegfried?
That's 100% Siegfried.
That's Siegfried Ron Schroeder.
Can we just talk about something?
What?
You could do like a whole presentation about all the bizarre, just the names, not even the narrative.
Yeah.
The name changes for the Yu-Gi-Oh! English dub because they're so bizarre when you lay them all out.
They are.
Because, okay, first of all, within the context of the show, 4Kids is clearly trying to pretend that they're in America and not in Japan.
In America.
But you still have Yugi Moto, Seto and Mokuba Kaiba, and Ryo Bakura. So that's already weird. Yeah. And then you have the whitest, most American names, Joey, Tristan, and Taya, and Serenity and Duke.
Then you have...
Then the Ishtars also... Well, the Ishtars are a weird case because Merrick stays the same, but Odeon was Rashid. I'm pretty sure.
So why not just keep it Rashid?
I don't know. I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Ishizu, I think, might have also been Isis in the present day.
Okay, Alice said she's going to lurk, but she wants to collab on this video. Okay, Al.
It is the funniest thing. But because
you got it.
The reason I thought about this is because Siegfried in Japanese, I think, was just Siegfried with an S, but had the same name. So why they changed the one letter, I don't know.
You're asking me to decipher 4Kids nonsense? Good luck.
I'm just saying, it's crazy.
If only I knew a voice actor who was around during the 4Kids era of Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's a good point.
Who I talk to on a daily basis, but no, he's probably sleeping.
Dude, thank you so much. Yeah, I would say ours went well.
Yeah.
But yes, R.I.P. to Val Kilmer.
Oh, of course.
And Richard Chamberlain.
Two legends.
That's a great profile pic.
That's great.
And that's a good logo.
Great logo. I love the 50th anniversary Sentai logo.
Yes.
Hey Nathan.
Hi Nathan. Would you have the voice of Bad Double Jason or lose your thumb?
Would you have the voice of Bad Voice Double Jason?
Yeah, from when they had to dub over the Red Ranger fight.
I would love to have that voice. It's just a meme. What's up, guys? Tyrannosaurus.
I mean, that would be pretty good.
Yes. Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
I was a big fan of Attack on Titan. I have a Levi Ackerman statue. It was up on the high shelf. I'm probably gonna put it somewhere on that background. But I love Attack on Titan. Levi's my favorite character. I don't know. I'm kind of
iffy.
Not iffy. I understand how they ended it. I don't know. I'm still like torn up about how it ended. Like,
yeah,
tossed like in the middle. Don't hate it. Didn't really love it as much as other people did. But I'm a big fan of the series overall.
Yes. Neither of us have seen Jujutsu Kaisen. I've seen Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. And I thought that was really good.
I see a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen cosplayers when we go to conventions because it's such an easy one to do.
It's easy, but I'm sure people love the show.
Yeah, it's definitely popular.
Would you rather have the voice? Would you rather have your voice sound like that or lose your thumbs?
I would probably have my voice sound like that because I like my thumbs and I need them to work with my hands.
What's kind of weird is I feel like that voice could suit you better than it would Jason.
100%.
Because on Jason, it sounds like a full-grown adult.
Morphin' time!
Oh, I thought it sounded...
What, it sound like this?
Did it sound more like this? Like, is this what Jason's voice sounded like, everybody?
Oh, God. That was so weird. Oh my god.
So dumb.
I haven't watched every episode he's in, so I can't answer that. I don't know how frequently he turns evil.
I think, you know what? If you look at it this way, I think he turns evil a fair amount of times for a character in a show that lasted 30 seasons.
That's, you know what? That's really fair.
I feel like that's a good answer.
That's a great answer.
That's a great one. Maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly. Well, I don't even want to fathom to think about that right now with all that stupidity that's going on everywhere. But we'll see.
Oh, I've heard nothing but great things.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be able to cover it though.
It's tough. Like the problem is like any anime is we're looking at least
a
huge commitment in terms of quantity of episodes, and it's tough. It's tough to just juggle Power Rangers, Daredevil, and The Last of Us, which is dropping this Sunday. And it's gonna overlap with Daredevil.
Yeah.
We were talking about we're going to be looking for an editor soon, hopefully, so we can do more content. We're doing more movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were here and you listened to us that we're dropping a movie, hopefully this week or next week. But we're gonna be doing more movie reactions. So
yes.
it's just a lot. But
yeah.
we want to do. I mean, we tried to do Chainsaw Man. It's just a huge commitment, and we don't have the resources right now to accommodate. But we're working on it,
guys. If I had my way, we'd be reacting to Sailor Moon Crystal,
yeah,
which is like not even that long for an anime, but that still takes time, and we have so many other things we're prioritizing.
Yeah.
That's fun. I've saw a little bit of We Bare Bears.
Yes. Great vocal performance.
I didn't see that though
by JDF.
So JL, I didn't know that. I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
JL, spoilers.
So I just would like to be as blind as possible for the Zordon.
Yeah, let's not. If you're gonna ask a question, maybe don't type it out fully in the chat.
I mean, the thing is, there's like very basic things like, yes, I'm aware Tommy becomes a Red Ranger. Like anything that's like very superficial. I don't know like plot details though.
Yeah.
Like I know that the Machine Empire is the antagonist. I don't know anything they do. Or like I could not tell you what the plot of Zeo is besides Power Rangers.
Yes. Yeah.
I do remember this.
Oh my god, yes.
It was so distracting.
Oh, it was so wild to hear that. It was so clearly British.
It was weird. And
what's worse, Trini getting dubbed by a British person or Kat's child actor not being British?
To be fair,
not being Australian.
So to be fair,
excuse me, sorry.
She did try. It was very inconsistent, and
she's a kid.
She's a kid, and you know they're not hiring an Australian kid.
Yeah.
What if what?
That'd be sick.
That would be crazy.
That would be sick. If it was just the flannel with the toothpick.
That would be amazing.
That'd be sick. I would love that.
I mean, that'd fit RDJ. I've heard that people love Solo Level.
Yeah, I heard that was really good.
It's a show as far as I understand.
Right now, it's the show. There was as far as I know, there was some sort of bidding situation, and Paramount was going to make the movie, and then Disney came in and said, "Hey, we're Disney. We have a lot more money."
Yeah.
And they not only that, but they also, I think they brought in, they countered with money and also a creative team already locked in.
Yeah.
A promise of production.
Like they were prepared. They were not half-assing whatever they were offering. It just came very quickly from what it sounded like.
For an hour show, but who knows? Maybe a movie too.
I think that makes sense.
6 seasons in a movie. To super chat to get Monty in a Sailor Moon cosplay? Great question.
And also, what does the cosplay have to constitute? Because can it be tuxedo mask?
Don't even give them variables. Just keep super chatting and we'll find out.
That's a good point. Yeah, just super chat and be surprised.
Just keep super chatting and we'll let you know once we hit it.
And that's fair. And look, I'm glad you're excited.
We appreciate your enthusiasm.
Look, and I'm very excited to see Zeo for the first time because I truly have not seen any of the show itself.
Yeah. Ooh, man. What a run we've been on so far. A lot of great questions. A lot of really good questions.
About a lot of different things.
Yeah, and like we said, we had some structure. We had a lot of stuff planned that we wanted to talk about. There was a lot of news we missed out. I mean, Robert Downey Jr.'s new look, potentially being Doom. all the CinemaCon stuff. There was tons of news, and it was just, you know what? We were just like, you know what? We want to hang out with the peeps. We want to be with you guys.
The peeps.
Hang out, talk.
I have not seen any of Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk is a game.
Never mind.
And I haven't played it. So I'm not really. I guess it is also an anime too. But no, I'm not familiar. I'm familiar, but I'm not into either of those things, I should say.
That's fair. Yes, I've noticed that just in the whole series.
Yeah, I see. The problem is I tune out Zordon whenever he talks because his information is useless.
Yeah.
So his voice is useless. How's that one?
It's a very weird situation, though.
Screw Zordon.
Pretty much.
Listen, you think Zordon's a good mentor? Then I have a bag of rocks to sell you.
Jesus.
He's bad.
And you make that abundantly clear every week.
You suck, Zordon.
I mean, at least it's almost over. No, wait, no, I don't know if it's almost over.
You have no idea if it's almost over.
Ooh, because I feel like you were watching it somewhat. You were watching it somewhat recently.
Dude, there's so many. There's so many.
I'm like such a casual viewer. I don't really have an answer.
I don't think I have an answer.
I feel like it's more like moments or like
Yeah.
ships that stick out more.
I can't think of anything right now.
There are some good ones though.
There's plenty of good ones. Oh man, what an experience. Yeah, guys, let's see. I mean, if there's anything else you want to talk about, let us know in the chat. We'll be happy to talk about it. But if not, we'll start winding down. We've been going for a while now, but you know.
Yeah. We definitely want to try to stream more frequently. Time just gets away from us, but something we definitely want to spend more time for. And like we said, coming up, we have only a couple more episodes of Daredevil Born Again left. But then this Sunday is the premiere of The Last of Us Season 2, which we're both really excited for.
Yes. Huge excitement levels. We tried to stay as spoiler free on that as possible. So we're going in as blind. We didn't play either of the games before. And we didn't play The Last of Us Part 2 going into this one.
Yes.
So, you know, really excited to get to really find out what season 2 is after the insane
ending of season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a great one for you.
Dude, I know you're new, but you need to, like, if you really want to see like craziness, go back and watch our reactions to X-Men 97, because that was Nikki's first time watching. Did you see the movies?
I saw the 2000 movie, but
okay,
that was it.
That was your first real exposure to the X-Men as they should be.
Yes.
So that was really fun, and I get to because I'm a huge X-Men fan. I'm a huge X-Men comic fan. We had, and honestly, like, we had such an amazing. We met the majority of the cast.
Yes. At
New York Comic Con this past year, I interviewed Lenore Zahn, who played Rogue, obviously iconic voice actor, one of the most amazing human beings I've ever had the honor of speaking to.
I was gonna say the book was really amazing, and your interview with her talking about all the points in it were incredible.
Yeah, if you haven't watched my interview with Lenore, go check it out, because she is a fascinating human being. And that was one of the greatest conversations I think I've ever had.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I was at a con in Florida a couple months ago, and she and AJ Lacasio were both there. And so even though Monty sadly wasn't with me, he's like, oh, you got to say hi to her.
You got to say hi to Lenore. She deserves all the praise.
She was incredible, because I started telling her the story about how Monty got me into X-Men. It was my first time watching. And she's like, oh, like, that's so great. And then I kind of like let her know, like, oh, well, I don't know if you remember, but he interviewed you. And she was so sweet. She remembered, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, that's, and then she hugged me, and that was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great conversation. It was really amazing. And also, shout out to Ray Chase.
Ray Chase was amazing.
Who was amazing. Ray Chase voices Cyclops on X-Men 97. He also voices who's one of the more Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
He's someone in Jujutsu.
He's like one of the most famous people, one of the most well-known people.
He's a very prolific voice actor.
But yeah, he's a prolific anime voice actor. He voices Scott Summers, Cyclops in 97. And if you could see that visor right there, I literally, my friend Zach made that for me. He printed that for me to wear at a wedding because we walked out to the X-Men 97 theme song at a wedding, me and Nicki. And I had brought that to New York Comic Con just to because I had done like a casual Cyclops cosplay the day that we met the cast of 97. I was in my Jim Morrison kind of X-Men uniform type thing. And I pulled out the visor and I was talking to him and we were telling him the story.
Yeah.
And that man, such a legend, took the visor and he just signed that thing. And he didn't even charge me for the signature. He was just like, that's for you, dude. You're awesome.
I know.
And he took a picture with us and
that was so cool.
And I had pulled money out for the signature and I had left it on his table.
Yeah.
And we had walked away. This man started running after me. And not only that, but he was running after me and shouting in the Cyclops voice. He was like, wait, you forgot this. As Cyclops. So I hear Cyclops screaming at me. I turn around and this man brought the money back to me. What a kind human being. And when people act like that, I have to shout them out and I have to tell people how great they are because they deserve the fan appreciation.
Yeah, because we go to a lot of cons, meet a lot of different actors and guests at them, and a lot who are absolutely lovely. That is one of the most memorable standout experiences, bar none.
That man was just quoting Cyclops to me the entire interaction in Cyclops' voice. What an experience. So cool.
But suffice to say, we both love the show.
Yeah.
And are excited for season 2. Oh man, do we do this?
I've done that so many times. There are pictures of me morphing so many times. It's morphin' time.
No, I screwed it up.
You screwed up.
I did the wrong way.
Ready, guys? It's morphin' time.
Which hand do you what hand do you do?
I do this.
Okay, so I'm doing
and I do wide fingers. There's there's many rules to this. Not rules, but some people do closed fingers. Some people do kind of slightly closed fingers. I do powerful fingers. I don't know.
That's fair.
I do a claw.
Novel. They have dropped multiple. If you want to look for them.
Yeah, they dropped. We even didn't react to the trailer because we wanted to be as blind as possible.
Yeah, exactly. We might have done one, but there've been several.
Yeah.
There's so many shows.
So many shows. Again, that was a favorite of mine from childhood.
So it's tough. So fun story about that too.
Yes. Oh my God. Dude, honestly.
Last year was crazy.
Last year was insane. Because we also met the voices of Phineas and Ferb. We met.
Vincent Martella and David Arrigo Jr.
And they were I had never watched a single episode of Phineas and Ferb. You did.
Yes,
and
my
nephew was a huge fan of Phineas and Ferb. So he wanted to meet them. So we went to so I was like, they have a panel coming up at this convention that we were at, Undiscovered Realm Comic-Con. I'll be there again this year. You guys are there, come say hi. But they were there. We went to their panel and they were just so nice and so kind and such amazing human beings that I went to their booth and we talked to them for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we just told them, I was like, hey guys, I never watched your show, but you guys seem super cool. And now I want to watch your show.
Yeah. And you've now watched a few episodes.
And I watched a few episodes, but they're really, really amazing people. They were so nice to all three of us. Really, really great guys. And David voices Mixius Pitalik on My Adventures with Superman.
And
he voices Leech on X-Men, X-Men 97.
He's killing it right now.
Yeah, dude. He voiced so many different... He's just doing so many cool things.
He's the lead in the new Ramna one. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. I'm just gonna say Ramna.
Yeah, that's fine. He was so great. We talked to him about Mixius Pitalik, and he talked to us about Superman, and that was really cool.
I know, and he might be back.
I don't think we're allowed to say.
I don't know.
I don't know if we're allowed to say, but he might be back.
Anyone could be back.
Anyone could be back at any time.
Imagine Monty gets invited for a cameo.
Oh my God, guys, make that happen. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
I would just be like, let me be the new Ernie.
I'm not even kidding you. I was thinking that.
Let me just work at the cafe. Let me just work at the juice bar.
And then can I just be someone you give free stuff to?
Yeah. You'll just be at the counter. And I'll be like, hey, you Rangers. You guys want a juice?
Yeah.
You kids want a juice? Wait, guys, yes, tag Power Rangers and let them know that you want me to cameo in the new show. That would be a dream come true. Are you kidding me? I'd love that.
Oh, dude, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Also, that's crazy. You have it's crazy hearing anything about VHS tapes.
I got it on DVD when it was released on DVD. I bought the series on DVD. But that was my introduction to the X-Men, and I went back and I read the Claremont and Jim Lee stuff, and obviously the '70s Claremont stuff. So
yeah,
love the X-Men.
Oh, you can do it.
I see. The problem is, do I do it? Because we filmed one.
Yeah, or do you want to wait?
I think I'm gonna wait. Because we did film one. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I think I teased it on Instagram. I posted a picture.
There's a literal picture of you with the morpher.
And I know it's coming soon because Jem had updated me. But yeah, I know anyone in the Power Ranger community, if you know Jem, Prawn Hunch Studios, they do amazing henshin and morph videos. We collaborated with them a few months back, and we did a couple of different morphs and henshins. So look out for RPM is one of them.
Have to stay tuned. I mean, yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. I would just love to see as much stuff as possible.
Oh no.
Blackwing.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm sorry, dude.
To be fair, he now has seen it.
I now have.
He should watch more.
Asterix. I now have. And I liked it, but it was just I had aged out of that.
Yeah,
when Phineas from Ferb came out, I was older at that point.
Yeah, you weren't really watching Disney Channel as much. I was still at the time, but even I was starting to get kind of old for that. I mean, I would say
yes. I think it is consistently one of the entire run is one of the most consistently good runs of comics in the history of comics. I think the entire Boom Studios run is worth reading from beginning to end. I think especially the first two arcs leading up to Shattered Grid and then Shattered Grid itself is one of the most fantastic build-ups and event comics in recent memory. So I highly recommend checking them out. And Power Rangers Prime is actually really, really good. I know a lot of people are not giving it the chance that it deserves because it's not the Power Rangers they want. But if you look past that and you look at it like new Power Rangers, I highly recommend that. I think what Melissa's doing, what Michael's doing on the art is just really great stuff. The two of them together are creating some really fun, interesting Power Rangers lore. And I think everyone should really go check it out, especially if you just like the idea of Power Rangers.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I'm assuming that you do the Ziggy one.
I did the Ziggy one.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing the other two right now. First we do the Ziggy, then I'll do the maybe we'll do the other two. I don't know if I'm gonna do the Gem and Gemma one. I hate that one. Thank you, Blackwing. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes. I mean, the thing is, it would be funny in that moment. The rest of the series, I don't know if I would enjoy as much.
I could play serious too. I could do drama. I'd be like, listen, you guys want a juice?
What? You broke immediately.
You guys want a juice?
Okay, I don't know. Are you sure you can do drama?
Do you guys want a juice?
All right, there you go.
Scene. That's it.
That's perfect.
That's it. Buy me out.
Oh, okay. That's cool though.
Fun little tidbit.
It is, and Ron Wasserman is kind of a goat.
That's a great. You know what? There's a couple. The Venom saga was really good in the '90s one, and that was really my first exposure to Venom. So I kind of held that really near and dear to my heart whenever I think of Venom. That was really cool. I love the Secret Wars episode of the series. I think that was really fun, and that kind of did a great job of incorporating other Marvel characters. And I love big team ups, so that was really fun. But for Spider-Man lore, I definitely love the Black Suit saga leading up to Venom. That was really good. Good stuff.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, and they really did a lot of work with that, like psychosis. Way more than they probably would be able to get away with now. In that show.
Nice.
Nice. But we're hitting the 2-hour mark soon, so we'll start winding down. But if you guys got any last things to say, any last super chats, we'll be happy to stay on for the next couple of minutes.
Is that good casting?
That was a really big fan casting, and I think that Jim Carrey would have been good as Cletus Cassidy, but unfortunately, I think I say he aged out of the role, and then they had Woody Harrelson play Cletus Cassidy.
He's not that much.
And that was an interesting turn. Oh, I remember that VHS. I remember VHSs in general.
I definitely do too. And then having to remind them before you put them
Yeah,
back to
man,
Blockbuster.
that's wild. Remember having to rewind things? Man, our life was so tough.
I know.
We had it so hard.
Now we're just spoiled.
Now we just click a button and start over.
I mean, look, I'm all for preserving it.
Yeah, I think everything should get physical media releases now.
Mhm.
I think it's important to preserve media, and physical releases are the most accurate way to do that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do think I think most things should get physical releases.
Especially stuff that's currently only on streaming, that just so people can have the option.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. Blackwing, you got no idea, buddy. Rewinding things was boring. It was, and you had to, if a new episode of something was coming out
Mhm.
and you didn't want to miss it, you had to tape it. You
Yes.
had to record it, which was a whole nother process.
It's like there's DVR now, but like that, even that feels archaic
Damn.
at this point.
I feel that feels like another lifetime ago.
I know.
Feels like my shadow self.
I'm trying to think. Did I ever talk to you about anything about it that I assumed?
I don't think so.
I mean, I kind of just didn't know much other than it was, again, the problem was for those who don't know, I had watched a few episodes of Geki Ranger back in 2011 for a very random reason. So I kind of had an idea of Rangers and Sentai. It was more that I didn't know, again, we talked about Kimberly and how great Kim was. So that was a big thing, is how great she would be. Monty Sim, thank you so much. Oh god.
My Only Friends account. Yes. Yeah, where I just
You have a lot of friends?
I have a lot of friends.
Aw.
Launching this summer. Only on the MontyVerse.
Wow.
I need to find out which one of these clowns this is.
This is dedication.
Thank you for the super chats.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I feel good and kind of bad. Are we gonna be live tomorrow?
No, we are
No.
not. We're doing a collab tomorrow. We're going to be collabing with someone, and it's going to be really fun for Daredevil, and it's going to be someone new who hasn't appeared on the channel before, and we're really excited about that. It's going to be a really fun time. I'm also tinkering with doing something fun and different for the finale. So I'm thinking about doing maybe either live or pre-recorded somewhere other than here for that, but that's still, don't know if we could figure out the logistics for that in time, but we'll let you know. Definitely Daredevil content coming soon, and more stuff coming.
Okay, this is annoying. I just want to say this really quickly, because ever since Kim left the show, we've had a spattering of comments of people just trying to convince us that Kim's not as good as we said she is, or saying that we're so biased that we're more critical of the other characters. Guys, nothing you say is going to make me like Kim less or detract from what she's done.
And I'm going to be honest, Blackwing, I think Kim is way better than people give her credit for.
And also, if you watch our reactions, we're actually not really negative about Kat.
No. If anything, I'm very pro Kat. I just like how she wants to fight everyone.
Yeah.
Which is respectable.
She jumped right into being a ranger. She kind of doesn't really hold back.
But she calls for help way more than Kimberly ever did. In her first 5 episodes, all she did was call for Tommy.
Yeah.
Way more than Kimberly ever did.
And that's not to say she's not justified and that she doesn't need help, but Kim is definitely not the damsel. So that's what I feel like I might know what you're referring to. If it's the super infamous one that you can't get away from.
Maybe. We'll find out. We'll find out if you're ready when we watch it.
But again, I really don't have anything against Kat. I don't think you do.
That's fair. I don't have anything personal against Kat.
Other than that she was a cat at one point.
Then the fact that she was a physical cat. And
yeah.
If we know if you turn into a cat or cat man, I don't like you.
Yes, Nestor, thank you so much for joining us. And thanks so much.
Oh my God. Yes, Nestor, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting our Daredevil stuff. We appreciate it.
Yes. No, I do agree with that. They were better off not trying to just replicate any of the characters.
It was very smart.
Because otherwise, because you're already going to have like just the unfortunate side effect of comparison with any of the replacement characters, making them as different as possible. Not only is that just more interesting for the story, but it kind of deters away from that.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry, y'all. I think we just kind of scrolled around a bit. Ooh. I did not really watch either, but
Journeys.
I was gonna say I hate Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon, I think, is and what hurt Sun and Moon the most was that it came after X and Y, which I think is the peak of Pokemon animation. I think that's where their series ended. And I think if you ask Sarah Natachani, she'd agree with me. Because she maybe already has. But that's not a quote. And that's definitely not a quote. But I think X and Y was the peak
of the animation.
So I would say Journey is closer to that. And Sun and Moon is just they went way too far.
Yeah.
In a more simplistic, childish direction.
Yeah, because like just in general, animation styles have evolved tremendously and in some ways worse. But like Pokemon for the longest time, it at least kind of kept the core of how it always used to look. If anything, they just kind of enhanced it, played around with it, refined it. Sun and Moon was like, why? Just why?
And whereas X and Y felt like a progression in Ash's design, art style, battling prowess, and it was visually represented by Ash looking older, even though he wasn't.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon did the exact opposite, and it felt like a downgrade in every way because it made Ash seem younger, it made him seem more incompetent, it made him seem more juvenile.
Yeah.
And it's all visual language, and it shows you how important visual language is to telling a story.
And this is what's interesting is I have heard that people like the show itself. And I certainly can't speak to if it's good or bad. And that doesn't mean the story is bad. But
here's the problem. I disagree because I think Journeys, Diamond and Pearl, and X and Y are better. So that's 3 right there. So if anything, maybe top 4. I really don't like his team in that season either. It's another one of those where he doesn't evolve all of his Pokemon, and he should have won in Kalos. If he won the Pokemon League in Kalos, I think Sun and Moon would have hit better for most people. But the build up to that and him losing in the championship was such a cruel thing to do.
Yeah.
I think that's why it hurt.
Yeah. Obviously the original. I do love the first Johto one.
Yeah.
It's a whole new
That's a
world.
banger.
And I like when I was younger, I was a huge sucker for the advanced battle one. The
Well, we can't sing it, or else we're gonna get claimed.
Okay, but what the heck was that?
That was me doing the.
Oh my god.
I think it was. It all just happened too fast. It all happened too fast, and I think that it was nice to see all of Ash's Pokemon again one last time, but they didn't do justice to a lot of the relationships he's had with his Pokemon. Like the Charizard episode, yeah, it was great that like it reunited Charizard, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, but we needed a whole episode just for Charizard. Their relationship, everything they've been through, those two Pokemon, like Pokemon and Trainer, and he's barely involved in Journeys, and then aimed to be a Pokemon Master, he's barely involved too. Like that hurt me as a Charizard guy, but you know, whatever.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if he's mature enough for that. Even if he grew
definitely
up.
not. Definitely, there should have been at least a 25-year time jump before that.
Also, what a note to potentially end on.
That's wild.
Okay, now you just have to watch
That's wild. You can't be saying all that.
Oh my god.
Battle Frontier was good. You're right,
yeah.
K20. That's another top series.
Series or theme or both?
That's a series, Battle Frontier.
Yeah, but also but I was also thinking
the theme is also good, but
the problem is Battle Frontier is always going to be marred for me because that's when they did the voice actor change.
that season was peak until they had Charizard lose to a Dusk Noir because Ash forgot that physical attacks don't work on ghost types.
Which is
Bro,
very stupid.
You've been in multiple Pokemon leagues. You won the Orange Islands. What an idiot.
That's like the craziest thing is for all the losing he does, he did technically win in Orange Islands.
Yeah, he did. And he won the Battle Frontier.
Oh my god. I mean, that'd be interesting.
They would probably just all...
They'd all be teenagers.
They'd all be teenagers.
With attitude.
With attitude, especially Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the sassiest teen around. And they'd be at the juice bar or something. And Ernie would be opening a satellite juice bar in Manhattan, and that's how they would meet. And then someone would rob Ernie's truck and steal all the stuff. And Spider-Man and the Power Rangers would do hijinks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's dumb. But that's the problem with the Pokemon anime and why I can never really fully embrace Anapoki, because the writers constantly sacrifice Ash's competence to fill in to pad the runtime of the show.
Oh god.
Like when he's competent, he's the greatest trainer on the earth and he deserves to be a master. But when he's incompetent, you have a level 100 Pikachu losing to a level 5 Snivy. And it's just so dumb.
It's very dumb. Which is why it's like Horizons is at least correcting that.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case.
You're not wrong. Red is clowning Ash easily.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what a stream.
Yeah, I know.
All right, guys, we just hit the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start wrapping it up because we do have we have some filming to do tomorrow, and we're trying to get that movie done for you guys. But we are gonna keep going live again. We're not gonna make you wait as few and far in between as we have been. But so expect more live streams from us because we love hanging out with you guys. And if you guys keep coming, we'll keep doing them, and we'll probably have more structure to them. But overall, it was an amazing time. Thank you all so much. There's 104 people still watching right now, which is absolutely insane. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. If you haven't liked the video yet, please give it a like. It helps us with engagement so much. Any type of engagement, likes, comments, shares, anything. Also, if you haven't checked out our Discord yet, join our Discord because there's a lot of fun conversations going on in there. And until next time, guys, stay versed.